De Zerbi bomber. Romero gone. Goodbye. Remember, close door on your way out, bruv. You're no longer a Spurs player. Spence is the one that's gutted me this morning. I find it very strange. The price tag, a player that can play in a couple of different positions. I find it very strange, a very low price. He's just had the World Cup of his life. Just coming into his prime. He's got years ahead of him. Very strange price. I wonder why it was that low. Apparently it's 34 to 35 mil. What does that get you in today's football game? 50, 60 mil gets you someone who's meh. And the price is tagged around Savinho, who ain't really done nothing. He ain't all that, boys and girls. Savinho, look at his stats, because in 6 months' time, that is what Spurs content creators are going to fall back on. Oh, look at the stats. Look at the stats, like they normally do. Let's look at the stats before he actually comes to a football club. Whoever buys him, let's look at his stats. He ain't all that. How many starts? And how many goals? Say 50 odd starts and 2 goals. We just got rid of Mawani, bruv. You know, we want a fucking goal scorer. A prolific goal scorer. At least 1 goal a game would be nice, wouldn't it? A striker that's capable of 1 goal a game. Or 4 attempts and a goal. Because it's got so boring, it's got dry up front. It's all right having what everyone keeps saying. De Zerbi's rebuilding. We're going to have a midfield. We've got a defence. We're going to have service to Solanke. That service to Solanke, you can give him all the service you want. He don't really do it for me, and he don't really do it for Tottenham. So I wish we had a send-back option on the boy. You can't trust Richarlison to score fucking, if we go fucking 2-2 against fucking a top 6 club. Can you trust Richarlison to knock in the winner? He done it in pre-season. That's pre-season. That's not Premiership. We're just judging by what we've seen over the course of the last 2 seasons. 17th. It would be prudent to buy a similar sort of prolific goal scorer. That's why I threw out the name Oshiman about 2 weeks ago. Before it was in the news, it was just, before the ITKs got hold of it, that's the sort of prolific goal scorer we need. And all my friends are telling me, yeah, but it's dry in the transfer window. It's dry this year for prolific goal scorers. Spend the money. Spend the money and they will come. Give them the wages, they will come. See if you can prize a Parisian away from PSG. Money does talk. See if you can get a Spanish World Cup star. You know? Pay the money. We paid the money for Tonali. Good little player. You know? But losing 2 defenders like Romero and Spence, and what we have got, does it strengthen the squad? Well, we'll all have to wait, won't we, till September the 1st to have a definitive opinion on the squad. So that's the fucker. That's the nightmare. Spurs' new top has been released. Looks like Grandad Jama's, to be honest with you. The Grandad Jama top, you know, the stripes. Looks better than the other one, to be honest with you. It looks better than the away top. Still ain't grown on me, the away top. And the home top, I just wanted a plain white, lily white top. Nothing on it. I didn't want no red shit on it. You could have put that in blue, but you've put it in red. That's always weighing me up, why they got fucking that in red. This is what puts me off buying the white top. Absolute jokers. We've got Charlton and Brentford as the first couple of games. Hopefully I'll get Charlton tickets. I actually love to go and see Charlton Tottenham. North London versus South London. That'd be a good game. Be a good little game. i.e., Charlton's got a great fan base, great warm fans, and Spurs have got warm fans. When it comes to having really friendly fans with a nice friendly club, to that's when football comes into a world of its own, and you can have a chat with the other fans. When it's the likes of the Filth and Chelsea and places like this now, everyone's got an ego, haven't they? From 30 years ago, or you've got kids giving it, battle of the bridge, mate, battle of the bridge. Do you know what? You shut up, the fuck up. We're trying to kick all that shit out of football. Fucking talking of kicking all that shit out of football, David Baddiel again is relit the fire under using the word Yid Army in Yid. Now, I don't know if you've caught the new video that he's put out. It's been clickbait titled by the bloke who's done the interview with him, and he claims that they was picking on him at a Chelsea game when the bloke was behind him shouting out derogatory comments about Yids. And in reality, what he was doing is he was having a pop at Tottenham fans, right? He wasn't having a pop at you, David Baddiel. You got such an ego, you thought it was all about you. It wasn't. It was having a pop at Tottenham fans, right? We reclaimed the word because of the abuse that your clubs and clubs like your Chelsea gave us for years and years and years. We reclaimed the word and threw it back at you. So sit the fuck down. All you're doing, bruv, is jumping on fucking podcast, Mr. David Baddiel, just for your fucking own ego. Because now you're not getting any jobs going, are you, bruv? You're not getting any jobs going, are you? So you're jumping on YouTube now. You're taking up more of people's airtime, clickbaiting the video, and yeah, fuck off back to Chelsea, bruv. You know what I mean? You moan about fucking the Y word, as you call it, but you support one of the most racial, horrible, racist clubs that there ever was in the 70s and 80s, bruv. You know, you tried to kick it out, but you just keep running to relight the fire. You know, let's kick out racism, mate. Oh, you phoned up fucking the football clubs and you phoned up the kick out racism business. Do you know what? You could do a lot more. You had a football channel with a shit football song. And then that never come on, did it? You know? In fact, I'm not a big fan of you, bruv. I much prefer the other geezer. Or, anyway, fuck you, David Baddiel. Fucking, it winds me up, mate, this geezer. You know, whenever there's fucking something to be said, or they just relight the fires on old fucking things that don't need to be relit, do they? What else has we seen in the Spurs? The football tops. I bought the black top last year, the black away top, didn't I? The wording on one side is coming off on the arm. Bit of advice here. Do not, when you get a football top, unless you're set on getting a name on the back, don't bother. Wording on the side, I only got that wording on the side because it was the European, the winner's motif for the Europa Cup now. And it come free, that one come free on the side if you got that one. The one that come free on the side, the colours have all come off, so it looks worn. My advice is not to get anything on your top. If you're going to get one of those expensive dry fit, top of the range tops, don't get nothing on the side. And when they talk about sweat wicking and keeping you cool in the summer, bruv, it doesn't. I wore that in Spain, mate. I was sweating like a nonce. In fact, I was sweating like a nonce, the same as I was sweating like a nonce in a fucking 1999 Adidas one. So in 26 years, you've never really got the material, right? And I do not believe that they are player quality. I do not believe the players playing the same quality of them. Simple as that. I'd like to get an actual player's top and compare the material thickness and stuff. The snide ones, I looked at all the snide ones from the Looky men this year and on the stalls and that. Bruv, how do you wear the snide shirts? They're not even breathable material. I'm watching Argentina and Brazilian kids walking about fucking Spain in these snide tops. They're like walking kebabs. You know what I mean? Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. No wonder there's fat blokes fucking spraying aftershave on themselves everywhere you go lately. You know what I mean? It's the OK Jersey syndrome, isn't it? If you're going to wear a snide fucking top, you've probably got snide Calvin Kleins on. And this, you're always better to wear the quality originals, you know, breathable fabrics and all that bollocks. Anyway, what else has happened in the Spurs sphere? There's not much news, is there? There really ain't much news going about. It's very, very quiet. I'm not understanding how we can go for longer than 15 minutes today with the news, to be honest with you, because I'm struggling. Unless I pick up a Twitter 10 word tweet and run 2 hours with it, I ain't going to bullshit you. You know as much as us, don't you? So have a good one. Take care. God bless. And have a think what I said about Savinio, you know, and players like that. When you look at the stats of 2025, 2026, 2024, 2025, look at the stats of some of these players that some of these Spurs content creators are getting wet pants for, and you sort of realise you don't know nothing about football. Because if you knew something about football, you wouldn't be getting fucking damp patches on your fucking Y-fronts over these players. Especially the amount that they're costing, some of them. You think to yourself, I ain't paying for that. I wouldn't pay for that. I wouldn't give 60 million for that. That's a you know. But anyway, God bless. See you at the stadium, bruv.